Everybody stand and say the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everybody tonight. I see we've got some students here tonight. If you'd like to stand and say your name and what class you're with.
Oh, I'm the Diana. She basically goes to J County School and kind of helping her with language. And I live in Burn and I work for Wilson Garber, so I'm out of school and I finished school in May 2025 in South Adams.
Any other students? We all good? All right. If you got any questions, let us know. Council has read the previous minutes. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to accept the previous minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Carries. Okay, first on the public agenda tonight, Amy Sutton, you're here for a couple properties. I printed off the two lots that you told me you was interested in. Wes, our city attorney, he'll do the paperwork unless you're got somebody else.
So, well, there's a process we'll have to go through because then you own adjoining land.
Yeah, I own right
Okay.
next to it.
So there's a process we'll have to go through. We'll have to be noticed and advertised, and then you'll have to submit a bid to the
I
city.
went through taxing before, I know.
Yeah, it's similar to that. You'll submit a bid, and then the council will approve or not, whatever the bid is. Presumably, there won't be a lot of bidders, I'm guessing.
I think
But we will have to publish notice, so you're probably looking at, my guess would be May before we can get everything published and advertised. And so
Okay.
we'll just have to make sure that you're aware of when the bidding deadline is going to be and that sort of thing, okay?
Okay.
And then if the council accepts the bid, then we'll prepare the paperwork and get the property transferred.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Uh-huh,
Good enough?
yep,
All right.
appreciate it.
No problem at all. Thank you.
Did you guys have a quiet room?
Good to see you.
Okay, Aaron Waters from Barn Brand Insurance, I'm gonna move him down to the last thing we do tonight. He's got a previous, he'll be here, but he'll be a little late. So we'll move on to the mayor's. On the Todd Building, I don't know if everybody knows, this has been bought by private investors. They've got apartments going upstairs, gonna be retail downstairs. And they're also wanting to apply for a liquor license. That's got to be approved by city council for their liquor license. We do it for everybody. What's council's feelings on that?
I think it's a good idea. I would be in favor of it.
Any questions from anybody else? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Is this, he's gonna have 4 businesses in there.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
So this is only gonna cover one.
From what I can gather, what he's putting in there is golf simulators and baseball simulators. And that'll take out 2 of the room, one in one room, one in the other. And then the liquor license will cover the end. So there'll be 3 different apartments, one business.
But it only attaches to one name, one business, right?
Right.
Okay.
Any other questions on that? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we accept the alcohol sales at the Todd Building.
Do I have a second? Second. Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? That carries. We have to do anything else for that, Wes? Okay. Information only, we got a planned commission meeting, April 22nd at 7 o'clock. It'll be right here. anybody that's on that committee, they should know it, but that's open to the public if I'd like to go. We've also, go ahead.
Is that redevelopment? Going over the redevelopment commission stuff?
No, this is for the,
Oh, that's for the actual study?
Yeah.
They're doing. Did they set up a meeting for that? I thought the redevelopment commission.
that's in
Had a
May.
meeting with, or the next part of the house.
The redevelopment already done, and then planning commission has to meet, and then the council has to approve something, and then it goes back to the redevelopment.
So they haven't set up, they haven't set up?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It will be after April 27th.
Okay.
Waiting period on that too, so.
Also, under the mayor's, we've got an appointment open on the library board. From what I can gather, this is a 4-year appointment, and the library board would like to see Marcia Fuller appointed in this council's appointment.
I make a motion to approve Marcia Fuller to the library board.
Do I have a second? Got a motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? That carries. On the housing edition, the RFQs was due Friday at 5 o'clock over at JCDC. We had 3 developers that sent in quotes for that. I thought that was excellent. So we'll proceed with them. I haven't got like I said, that was 5 o'clock Friday, and there was 3 that come in. They haven't set a time up for this week to open it yet, but I'll fill council in when we do that. Also, this week on Wednesday, at 11 a.m., I'll be meeting with North Fork and Southern. They got some questions on the railroad track coming through town. If everybody didn't know, they was, at one time, everything west of 167, they was gonna take the tracks out. But they come up to, I think they're 1 mile out, they got the tracks taken out, but they didn't do the rest of it. So I'm supposed to meet with him, I'm gonna take for granted that's what he wants, I don't know that. But we'll be talking about the railroad tracks going through Dunkirk. The only use, there is use for the tracks. We've got the grain terminal, Anderson's out there, and the Ardell Glass Factory uses them. So that's the reason they said that west of 167 will be taken out. If that happens, we'll see. I would like to talk about, when we do that, about the old viaduct down here. It's in bad shape. If anybody's looked at it, it's pretty well crumpled up. Probably the tracks is the only thing holding it up. But I will take him down here and show him that. We've called multiple times, haven't got a response, but maybe this time being he's in town, we'll see. So. Wes, do you have anything? Donna, you have an update?
Yeah, the concrete is poured for the pickleball court. They'll be doing more work on it probably mid-May. They have to wait for the concrete to cure. Would that be the correct terminology?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's moving along. And then the pool is being prepped to fill and clean. And they're still taking applications for help at the pool.
Any idea what they're looking as for an opening day?
Yeah. And they said it was open on May 31st, or?
The last I heard, they were gonna try for May 31st.
I think that's the date they set out in the court. That'll be, according to the weather.
29.
The water.
29.
Okay. That's all according to what the water temperature is, and the weather's got a lot to do with it. That is a date that they presented, 29th, right? I thought it was the
That's Friday.
School out this year.
Zero it all down.
Like May 27 or
I
something.
thought May 22nd, yeah. Well, I thought I wrote it, but
But, well, no. Nope, wrong month. Yeah, 22nd's the last day of school. Anything else?
Nope, we just need enough applications, lifeguards, and we can get her opened up, started. Okay, Jesse.
Okay, water departments will be flushing hydrants the week of April the 27th. Do not wash your whites. That's all, Jim.
Christie?
yeah, the volunteers is gonna have their annual fireman's dance on April the 25th from 8 to midnight down at the Moose Lodge, and it's $5 entry fee. They're also gonna help with field day down at West J Elementary on May the 14th. And they're gonna do 2 boot drives on May the 8th and June the 12th. So I'd like to make a motion that we allow them to do that.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second for them dates, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? That'll carry. Is that all you have, Christie?
Yes.
No,
Randy?
Nothing at this time.
Karen?
I don't know if I can talk till 8 o'clock, but.
You probably won't be able to.
We'll
convince you can.
I need approval for account payable vouchers 34964 to 35149 in the amount of $309,687.58.
Motion approved claims?
Motion to approve the claims.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? That carried.
Then I need approval for allowance dockets 324 to 47 in the amount of $63,041.56.
Motion approved dockets?
Motion to approve the dockets.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays on that? That carried. Is that all you have?
That's all I got.
We have got an insurance, I think all aboard has seen the insurance packet sent out to you. Aaron will be here, but he's running late, so I told him we would wait on him. I'm kind of on hold right now, I'm not going to adjourn until he gets here because this is, insurance policy is up for our next meeting. So we'll just take a little break here and wait for Aaron.
Jack, can I see that?
quit or just call in on your, go on vacation. Well, no, that would be I think they did.
I thought I saw
They
something.
didn't have nothing. Unless they're having two.
I thought I saw on our board out there.
I've got a friend who's a cowboy. Yep, she's. Justin and I are planning on going back to Florida because we were out through Florida. We just need to come back and spend like 3 days. So, yeah. He was enjoying it. He's like, I want to go back and just spend a couple days on the beach. We just went to North Carolina. Justin's uncle lives there. And near Pinehurst, actually. And he works at a horse racing track just across from the big golf course that's in Pinehurst. And yeah, we had a big matinee this weekend, so we went to support one of his horses for the track record. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Why would that be?
We had a good time. We went to a nice little place and spent the day at the racetrack. Got to meet all the horses. It was a fun time. We took Justin's grandmother with us, and she's still Oh, you remember from I think he was in Marcy's class. He was telling me about the experience he went to the casino. One of his, I guess, constituents, maybe, I suppose. Because he was really having something to go with. I said, okay, I'll go with you. And this poor man, he texted me afterwards. He was one of the places I've ever been. It's just so close. They went on a tangent. I'm like, well,
Too far to go. It wasn't too far to go. It's close.
No, I'll take care of it. I'll send it with a notice if you want to have it published. That'd be the only thing.
This is what we're doing. This is what we are.
Yeah, we've got, we filed for tax deeds last week, I think. So we should be getting them. I mean, it's up to the, once the judge signs the order, the county has a company they pay. So it's whenever they get around to getting them. So we should be good on all of them. It's just a matter of getting the deeds in hand. So all that's should be done. As soon as we get a deed in hand, we can do something.
First time Justin went to a casino shortly after he turned 21. He was in there. I was with his friends and he walked in and this, oh my God. He and I took the first one into the special. Yeah, he was Justin Brown. And he was up for the day. He was like, I was so I've always been very fortunate. I tend to be a lucky person. But like I'm very getting up there and crazies and said, but I want my money back and that's running crazy for me. Things, like you said, knowing when to pull out. I go ask Christy about those events so I get those dates. Christy, what were those dates for the events?
Oh, for the boot drive? The boot drives are May 8th and June 12th. And they have, they still put out Haskell. I see them up there. Yeah, they used to be out there. In Haskell, when they come up there, and it's not like.
And you said
Yeah, it's April 25th.
So that's the farm? I didn't hear you.
It's volunteer fire department.
Volunteer fire department. Okay, gotcha.
Is that Bruce Lodge member?
Okay, any excuse to get out of Thank you. What'd you do those days? I understand. Yeah, the differences in how you compromise with radio. Use that. I can quote them and I can write on
chance to pass it tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe there's some things to you try to put your word in there and write down the chord and just, you could hear someone say it, because you write it out, it just doesn't translate well. Ray got sent one and I just did, he's out of town for a couple of days. They're all gone. The last one. Sorry. No, I was just glancing over his phone. I said I'm probably coming in a number of times after we're done for 4 years, just because it's really great to replace It was only about half an hour.
No, I'm sure.
Sometimes those things go forever. Maybe at least 2 hours. But I do just think that was big decision.
See, once you start going, it's like every other 4 days, they're going, it's not scary.
The government's, they got big jails. They can mine business. And they have courts. So they are just out. So, yeah, they somehow try to figure out.
Got a big one up north
Just move it out to the jail.
today.
Where do they put it?
Big ring?
Yeah, big red.
Yes.
No. Our water is almost down to sea, almost touching the seawall.
1993. But my dad said, come on, we're going to go to the anniversary of it.
We send it.
Well, we had to go completely up.
Almost everybody. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We got a lot of houses.
Well, I talked to some friends of ours.
Still about there, not quite like not too far. Yeah, they're still out there.
One big place darkness. It was I bet the water is cancer well, one house. So I walked out before the water started and I didn't get 10 feet and it was already and I was not, I wasn't even 14
Because only those two sisters.
It was on the seawall. It was covering the seat.
And then their sister.
Yes,
You can just see this.
you're always thinking.
So if we walk out there, if they're involved
Probably the.
And 4 houses back. And,
Not Randy. Yeah, he parted ways with like a year ago. There was
He has been broken too. Okay.
one of them, I think he was.
probably does go down and around.
Just as you said that.
That was most of it.
Yeah.
But our water goes, Grassy Creek and all that.
Unless I got to make the joke, probably didn't think Dunkirk was going to be a longer one.
I know.
She got a swim pad.
Hey, God, kill me.
And she had a
Commissioners was only 37 minutes, I think.
And she said,
Pretty quick one.
They have in the evening, I don't know why, I think maybe because they want to get out of there, everybody just,
Yeah.
instead of droning on and on and on and on.
Adams County Commissioners, usually at least an hour and a half, sometimes 2.5 hours. They sort of stop on there.
Yeah, well, Jay County, there,
Ours can go out.
sometimes it's 3, well, I've had some 3 hours, but it's usually 2, an hour and a half, 2 hours usually.
water came up in one day, like,
They can,
super
and they canceled that one because of snow. And the next day was brutal, it was about 4 hours, and it was like 12:30 before we got out of there, it was bad.
Well, I felt bad because I had to leave because we were told that at that point they needed to go back to the office. So I had to tune in and watch what the rest of
Back in the day, before the county commissioners used to meet twice a month, they turned it into about an all-day thing. They'd start at 9, they'd get lunch by 11, and they'd go have lunch and come back at 1, till 1.
Yeah.
Who did? Finish up about 2 o'clock or 2:30.
You'd think that during their executive lunch session,
Right.
they would get all the bills worked
You
out.
would think, but it turned into
That's good.
Can't imagine
a
that.
mess. They finally got them. And I think they used to meet every week. Pretty sure they did, they met every Monday. Like that.
Adams does it every week.
And I think it was Doug Inman and Barry Hudson got to be commissioners. They're like, we need to be a lot more efficient than this, all right? Like, we should be, there's no reason for us to be more than, you know, meet every Monday. We can do all this
And she
in 2 meetings.
go with her friends down
Thank
there.
goodness for that.
Well, I mean, actually, it was Barry Carr, Jim Zimmerman, Mike Leonard. I mean, you go up there to the meeting and most of the time they were sitting there BS and it seemed like a lot of, you know, later people would come in, they'd see somebody walking, you know, out in the hallway. Well, hey, come on in, let's sit down and have a chat. It's like,
It tends to know everybody and everybody knows that.
right? Yeah. So,
I came in at the tail end of Mike Lenhart's time as a commissioner. Hope he's doing all right. I see him every now and then.
yeah, I see him once in a while. Well, he comes in the prosecutor's office, so his daughter, works for the prosecutor's office. So, I see him, so. Not the basketball season, I don't see him as much as I used to. He was all the boys and girls games. Sits right behind the scorer's bench. Yeah, they just lost tonight against Coldwater, extra innings 5-4. They're up 3-0 going into the 6th inning. And they love to score. Or they're up 4-0 actually.
I've been doing PA for Blackford. The first game I did was against Bluffs. It was really good. They had been beat going into the 7th. It was actually by 1. They played Wabash on Saturday. A little better. Wabash is good. They got a kid that got a hold of the ball. My wife said, "We think it landed wrong." Way out in the trees.
Yikes.
But we had more weird things than that. Like there was a pitch behind the kids. And he's trying to back out away. And he just isn't back. Oh no. Foul ball. Foul ball. He's going like, what? Even the Wabash parents goes, "Yep, that's the way it is." Well, just when you think you see the ball, you see something else.
Yeah. That's true. It looked like they were playing pretty well, at least on Game Changer. My wife texted me and said that they look good. They just, Coldwater is just always good. Baseball, they're just everything. Football, baseball, you name it. And even if they're not having a great year for them, they're still usually better as we are. We've played them pretty. Last year they blew us out. They stopped us. This year like I said, we went into extra innings. Our boys have been playing well. I've been pleasantly surprised so far. Knock on wood, they're not beating themselves. They're not committing dumb errors. They're not striking out a lot. Tonight we struck out 6 times tonight. That's the most we struck out all year. In the game, we might have 2 or 3 strikeouts a game. And that was the key, I thought, going into this, if we could hit. And because our hitting last couple of years has been up and down. We have 2 or 3 games where we're all cranking on the ball, and then 3 or 4 games where we weren't hitting. So far, we played well against Eastbrook. Eastbrook's got a pretty tough team. I was pleasantly surprised by them.
That's a tough game for Todd Farr to coach against.
Yeah.
You didn't realize that Todd Farr is my neighbor.
Oh, okay.
He lives in Hartford City.
Gotcha.
And Holly, his wife,
Yeah.
her mom and I are first cousins.
Oh, okay.
They would live about 3 blocks from us. So
Okay.
that's a family matter.
Gotcha.
They just couldn't, when they got children, and their first daughter, they couldn't find a house, well, they should back one in the city, so they bought that.
Yeah.
So, the kids got to school, and Holly was teaching here.
No, 2 Saturdays.
And so they went to Jay County schools. But it makes sense to keep them all on the same schedule.
I agree.
My wife's a teacher. We were all in the same. She ran one daughter cross country from like 4th grade in high school.
We were buddies. We went to go see one of the Twilight movies together too. I think I embarrassed her because it's the last movie and they have a big plot twist at the end that doesn't happen in the book. And I start screaming, and she's like, "Oh, punching me!" She's like, "Shut up!" I'm like, "No, this is wrong." Oh, she was so upset with me, but I was mad.
Creative liberties, as they say.
Yeah, I don't think we won't play Blackwood until later in the year, end of May. It's usually one of the last games before sectional.
I'm probably doing the game PA. If it's a Blackford,
It'll be at Blackwood this year. Yeah. We go down to Newcastle tomorrow, play Newcastle. And then we have that's Saturday. So I had to play Yorktown at home. Thursday, Centerville at home, double Saturday, Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, on Saturday.
I agree with that. I mean, you know, it'd be different if we had a Tony Brown have one, so for a friend of yours. He can talk, he can tell you what it hurts me, but anything that happens, but that's a long drive.
That's not the longest drive. They played 4 games in Tennessee on spring break. And they've done this for probably the last 10 years. Really? Yeah, they get it around spring break. Fairly long time. Right. Trouble is, they play their first 4 games against teams that already played like 18 games.
Yeah, that's
But
probably a rude awakening.
yes, in a couple of cases, one.
Yeah.
Good experience.
And so I've got everything
We
ready
did that with Schmidt, cross country, I think, our first couple years in high school. He put us in these meets that were just way out of our league. So we were cross state.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I ran through it.
Yeah.
Versailles, Ohio. You remember the sewage treatment plant?
Oh, yeah. It was lovely.
Perfectly for it. We still talk about running down there.
Gosh, it's not but I'll never forget it. So.
Did you get to run at the state flag course?
I mean, I never made it to state, but I feel like I ran it.
Well, we ran there a couple of years because they ran there her freshman year. It was great because Kaylee was already, apartments on the down there before I stayed with her.
I really don't
Whether she liked it or
remember.
not.
I have to ask Justin, because I don't remember. He remembers more. He still remembers his time. I don't even remember my times anymore for baseball. That's I had decent times,
No, you did.
and I just don't.
You were all conference how many times?
Several times. I made it to regionals, cross country, junior, senior year. Track, I made it before. I don't think I ever made it past regionals, so that was kind of where my cast was.
Yeah, so for Natalie's first 3 years, they didn't have enough girls for a full team. All 3 of those years, she made an individual. Finally, her senior year, her team made a regional. So she made it twice. Marcy Jackson was golf once senior year. We went to a lot of matches, all those kind of things, for about an 8-year period.
Pretty much around roughly the same. Yeah.
So then I was doing Indiana West at the time, play-by-play. Coach and she'd be interested in
and they're fine with us spending.
Steve, I'll bring her in. I'm not gonna sit here and talk all about it. You just meet her in the business. Well, they spent a good hour, so they were probably runway, and she got the job 4 years. Switched her main job to the sports business, sports media business, and now look what she's doing. When she was first told about the program, she cried and said, "Dad, I think I should have Marcy. You mean that's if you know you did her thing." What did you After 2 rounds of just answering questions online, then she got on the road. Then they called her out like
I think about her and I always wonder if she's still doing that, because that's just such a good job. I'm like, sure. Yeah.
His sister's
her office. And I mean, her apartment, all that stuff. It's like, it's been a real week. You walk in, you find shirt, jacket, something draped over our chairs. And last year, the entire office, the staff, they said, all right, here's what you get. Half of you are going to do that. Half of you are going to do that. 2 days later, pick up the street. Once you get first back, they got a plane, flew them all over the city, fed them on the plane, gave them per diem so they could buy food there. Back on the plane, at the game, flew back, she got home, but they said, okay, we'll leave. So they went to about 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
the house on both sides.
That's just how they treat here. They have half the season tickets.
That's what it looks like. That's what
Either take the or someone will go, or get your mom and dad, or brother or sister or someone.
Man of the hour.
Yeah. Hey, not too bad. Hi, is this where you were sitting?
You got the floor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just come right on up the podium there and explain what you got going on
Let's do
here.
that, okay. So, before I get started with this stuff, let me hand this to her. This is some stuff I need to give to her. All right, so everybody know who I am. I don't need to introduce Aaron Walter, Barnum Brown Insurance. So we have a renewal, and we've looked at that as far as possibilities at some point of looking at other carriers. You know, we switched to a couple of years ago, and we got into a pickle with claims, and we're still not looking as favorably as I'd like us to be when we go back out to market. So right now, I am at 6.8% on the overall for the increase for the year. Sticking with who we had last year. The company that picked us up when we were in a pickle a couple years ago. There is a decision point within here. Part of what came with this renewal was the higher deductibles. Or, well, not this year, but when we did it a couple years ago. So when an opportunity is right, I'm looking at trying to get some of those back down. And the one we have on the auto, the liability deductible on auto is still at $5,000. And I just asked, what can we do to get that back down to zero? Some of our towns have $2,500, but you already have a deductible on the physical damage. I hate to have an auto liability deductible if we don't have to. And so we are to go back down to zero, it does add to the premium a little bit. So that's a decision point. $21.52 for the year. So one claim, $5,000 auto liability deductible, or one claim, or a zero deductible on the auto liability, and it's at $21.52. So that's, I think that's worth the gamble to get that down to zero on that. But and then we still don't want to have a claim. If we go to claim free next year, we'll be like, well, we spent $21.52 extra than we needed to. But I'd like to get that deductible to go away, and we'll continue to work on the other deductibles in the policy when the time permits. But that's the one I thought we could grab at this year, and that's what I'm looking for a decision from you guys when we can get the approval to renew. So inflationary increases to property. I have one note that I did not get a chance to go over with Jack when we were getting prepared for this a couple weeks ago. The fire department company, the company we have that separately with, has raised their minimum deductibles. So that is something, it's still not as high as the town has, but it's a little bit higher. If I don't share that with you, I'm not being fair. So the property deductible in the fire department was $500 and now it's $1,000. The property equipment the portable equipment, I should say, was 100 and now it's 500. And the auto deductible on the fire department was 250 for comp claims, like if you hit a deer, vandalism, it was 250, now it's 1,000. Collision was 500 and now it's 1,000. So that is one difference too, that I didn't share with Jack when we talked, and I apologize, Jack. That's, but other than that, that's what I got, unless anybody's got questions. I'd be happy to go over this line by line. There's too much to go through in a meeting line by line, but if anybody would like to go through this like I did with Jack, I'd be happy to meet with anybody one-on-one and we can go through it.
So you're saying that if we went with, on auto collision, or if we went zero deductibles, it would increase our premium $2,100 something?
Yes, yes.
That's a no-brainer to me. I'm all in favor of doing that, because it's $5,000 deductible now.
And when the timing's right, we're gonna look at those property deductibles and other liability deductibles again, but right now is not the time just yet.
So I would be in favor of that, zero deductible on the auto.
It's gonna add that much to the quote.
It adds that much to the quote. The company we have you with, we switched, most all our towns have the same fire department coverage. They have the same work comp coverage, but the package for years and years was EMC. You guys all probably remember that name through the years with your insurance. But now we've been using HCC a lot also. And in our agency, we have more with HCC now than we do with EMC. So I hate that because I liked EMC. They did a good job for a long time, and we may look at them again one of these days. But right now, HCC is more aggressive.
How much was the increase? I'm sorry.
6.8% on all of it combined.
But if we do the zero deductible,
Oh.
how much?
Just a second, I'll do some math. If you trust my math.
What was it? It was 2,100 and something you told me. I can't, or you said.
Was it 2150?
2,150.
That's a tire.
Yeah. That gets it up to about 8.6. Just with my quick.
So you're saying the 8.6 is what that's going to be instead of
Yeah.
6.8?
Correct.
And the total change from 131,733 to 133,885?
Correct.
Council have any other questions for Aaron?
Aaron, on your second page,
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready? On your second page, I'm counting the base one. Go down about 5 or 6 lines.
On this one?
No,
This one?
no, go on the description part.
This,
Now, second page after that one.
all right.
Go down about
4, you talking about the golf
4
course?
and 5 lines.
The pesticide, herbicide,
No, the golf course greens and grounds equipment.
Is that just a blanket coverage on that? When you're HAC public risk,
can I see where you're pointing here?
So, no, you're sorry.
Oh, I was on page, no,
Let's go one more.
I see it.
What is that?
Okay. You're not paying extra for that. Those are just some package coverages that they throw in with the towns, with them when they write a municipality. And let me double check that. We'll talk, I'll look up the form and I'll see exactly what it says, and I'll get with you, Jesse. Yep. It's in with the property section, so it's a property coverage, but I want to get in there and see what it says exactly for sure. But it is in with the property section of the freebie coverages that come with it.
any other questions for Aaron? 153,825. So if I'm reading this right, Aaron, last year, 123, 281.13.
Got my papers out of order. The part that's up now where it says amount bill, I'm at the 133,885.
Yeah, last year it was 123, 281.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So you're looking at about $11,600 some increase.
I thought I was at 10 something. I didn't know.
Was that 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. 10,604.
Okay.
That's for the premium, is that right?
Any other questions from council? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve.
Got a motion to approve, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? That carries.
Thank you for your trust again.
And I apologize to the citizens, we had to sit here a while, but we got it done. So it was right up against the wall. So if there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
We're adjourned.
Yes, Autumn?
Thank you guys for waiting on me.